Teaching your child how to fight is the only way to stop persistent bullying. School policies on anti-bullying measures are an absolute laughable joke. Parents who leave it up to the school to deal with bullying or insist their child tell the school are better off telling their child they will continue to be tormented to hell. Speaking to the parents will generally make things worse, and telling your child to ignore it is just as effective as doing nothing. Whether it is wrestling, boxing, BJJ, it doesn't matter, as long as it's applicable. An adult with fighting experience would demolish an adult without fighting experience. If you have fighting experience as a child, you will be untouchable. From personal experience, I used to be picked on for reasons that now seem illogical, other than kids are mindless in the harm they cause. I was put into wrestling and boxing by force by my father, and while I was scared shitless attempting to retaliate, it worked tremendously well even without much experience. The bullying stopped, and the worst part was the bully attempted to befriend me for years after the incident. I'd like to thank Stone Cold Steve Austin for giving me the courage to stand up for myself. School, if we're ever bullied, come to us ASAP. Kid, I'm being bullied. School, does nothing or actually makes fun of kid. Kid, kills self. School, OMG, this is a tragedy, please talk to us if you ever need help. Don't start a fight, but finish it. That should be the lesson. If it's just verbal bullying, talk back to them. If it evolves into physical bullying, return the favor. Kids can absolutely be taught self-defense in the form of martial arts, and they often are. I think neutralizing a bully is actually better than causing them pain or fucking up their face. If they try something and you take them down and pin them so they have to almost tap out, that is a real humiliation and no lasting harmful effects. They cannot put it back on you suggesting they are the victim. Bullies are clever like that. My experience that kids known as a fighter just end up being targeted as a challenge. School is jail. Jail rules apply. If some punk is running his mouth sellin' wolf tickets, you gotta split his wig. I remember in middle school a bully jump kicked me into a set of doors. I get to the principal's office after the nurse, and the receptionist is telling me that I need to stand up for myself. I was skinny at the time. I asked her what. Should I bring a knife or something? She had no words. It would have taken me years of exercise and training to beat this kid up without a knife. No, I wouldn't have stabbed anyone then or in the future, but I know for sure that it would have changed everything for my situation, for the better. Luckily, before the bullying resulted in a more violent result, since it didn't stop, my family moved to a more diverse area where I didn't get bullied again. It was a huge culture shock from Western PA to Northern New Jersey. I wouldn't say teaching how to fight/defend is the only way to stop it, but it certainly would have helped without a doubt. Back in my day, if someone tried to bully you, then you would just bite them and they would never bother you again. Bullies need to get their asses kicked early and often. I taught both my children how to fight very early on. Yeah. Their important part is that you have to be able to actually be a threat. I hate when people tell kids to just stand up for themselves and the bully with back down. That's not how high school works at all. Many times the bully in high school is the bully because they're bigger and stronger than you. If you try to fight then and lose, it just reinforces the belief that they can pick on you with no consequences. You need to teach kids how to fight. You're absolutely correct, but you should also teach your child not to deal with bullying with fighting every time, except if it turns physical, obviously, meaning you should also teach your child Kung Fu to respond verbal bullying. If your bully is significantly larger than you are, learning how to fight likely still won't help. I got beat up by a kid twice my size in high school, despite having years of martial arts classes under my belt. He just overpowered me. Despite my willingness to fight back, his large bully friends saw me get beat up, and also beat me up over the next few weeks. I fought back each time. Losing the fights made my problem worse. Fighting back is only a deterrent if you can win. If you can't, you need adults to step in and help, or you'll just make it worse. This is only a solution for bullying that is physical. Majority of the bullying I experienced at school was non-physical. I feel like majority of bullying is non-physical interactions in a lot of cases. Just because fighting back from a physical standpoint worked for you does not mean is the solution for everyone. I was bullied as well, and even when I did fight back I couldn't do anything because I was much smaller and much weaker than the other kids. I dealt with my bullies by making them feel stupid about what they were doing to me. Confronting them verbally in front of everyone that they were trying to impress by putting me and others down seemed to work for me pretty well.